Hi everyone, I just wanted to make a small little update video to some things that have been going on my channel. And first of all, I want to touch base on, of course, is the little spinner here, what's now being called the Glen's Retro Show spinner. I want to start off by saying that I was contacted about 6-7 months ago by an actual arcade manufacturing company who wanted to basically get into the market of making these little devices for arcade one-up. And I was basically a little consultant for them, just giving them some ideas, going back and forth, testing the original prototype units. And we've released about 118 of these. You know, we had a pre-order for them, and they sold out pretty much immediately. And people are starting to do some reviews on them, and it looks like we hit the mark. Low price, high quality, arcade quality spinner, and it's gone very well. It's been a little bit delayed for everyone else. We're still waiting for the Amazon store to post the stock. The items are there. So I'm not sure what's delaying Amazon for actually putting these up, but they will be there shortly. Just check every day, and we should have plenty of these to go around. We also just got ready the 12-in-1 board. If you have the arcade one-up 12-in-1 machine, it's a small interface board that'll connect this to the trackball on that machine, allow you to using both at the same time. We ran into some issues though when going into a PC or Raspberry Pi. We have some programming changes we need to do on that board. So it might be delayed about a month, honestly, but we want to make sure we release these things. We want them to be right. So I understand some frustrations with people wanting to have them right now, but you know, we're trying to make these as inexpensive as possible with the highest quality components. And it's a small team of guys right now, and we're trying to do the best we can. I mean, I shipped out 118 personally, just to make sure we got some out in the hands because people really wanted them. So I want to make sure these get in your hands, but when they get in your hands, I want them to be right. I know that's how I want them to be when I play them. I want the same experience to you. So again, I apologize for delays that are there, but unfortunately, with the amount of people we have working on this and what we want to accomplish, sometimes there's going to be delays, and I hope you guys understand that. Now, with that being said, we are going to be making some, people have requested color tops for this, so we're going to make sure there's some color tops for this. And we're also working on a replacement trackball as well. So we're going to put the same arcade quality hardware, as least as expensive as possible, in a trackball that people really want for their 12-in-1 and their Centipede. So that's kind of big news, that this company wants to work with me and make sure we can bring quality stuff to the community. We're also working on joysticks, buttons, coin doors, lots of other things. It'll all be posted on that Amazon store. So again, I know there's no stock there right now, but once it is stocked, we'll make sure it stays that way. With that being said, I want to talk about a couple other things. Arcade one-up a while ago granted me I guess the rights to be their face of the fan community with their Arcade one-up fan page on Facebook, making my Facebook page their official reach out to the community. Since that's happened, they've also come to agreements with Super Impulse, the Tiny Arcades, where Glen's Retro Show's Tiny Arcade page is now their official fan page as well. So if you haven't noticed, the display for the fan page has changed. That this is now the official Super Impulse fan page, and also New Wave Toys. I've been working with them for a little bit as well. I also have a fan page for them as well, and we were just recently again granted the official title for the New Wave Toys Replicade fan page. So I'm very grateful for Arcade one-up, New Wave Toys, and Super Impulse for granting me their official title to their fan pages. Now, when we're talking about New Wave Toys, they make some really awesome things. The last one they released was their Tempest, and I know I did a video on the spinner on that one where there was, you know, the design of the spinner and some other things was causing some latency in the controls. They just recently released a firmware update, and I have been testing some firmware for them. And I know the latest one just released, people are stating that there's some issues with, it looks like the frame rate has dropped down. So I'm going to look at that a little bit more as well. I have the original firmware as well as the new firmware. I'm going to compare the two. And I will make sure that the original firmware is available somewhere in case you do want to revert back to that original firmware. So I know New Wave Toys has been trying extremely hard to make sure that everything is done correctly. And I really honestly believe that they are. So I'm going to take a look at all the different firmwares, make some comparisons to see how they go. If you prefer, if there is actually a problem with the new firmware with it cutting the frame rate down, you can always revert back to the original firmware. The going between them is actually very easy to do. For me, I've been playing it again on the firmware I have right now, and the latency in the controls is a lot better. They took out their simulated spinning, which actually I thought was more trouble than it was worth. But some people may like that, so I want to make sure somehow there's different versions of the firmware available to everyone. So that's all I really want to talk to you guys right now. It's a little update that I appreciate all the feedback we've gotten on this guy, and it looks like all the feedback has been very good on this spinner. We are going to be making some more things. That's it. I really thank you guys for all your support out there. I get a lot of good comments, some bad ones, but you can't always have good without some bad. But I do prefer the good comments, obviously. And I thank you guys for your support. I thank you guys for joining the official Arcade 1UP fan page, the official Super Impulse THUNDERjoystick fan page, the official New Wave Toys Replicade fan page, and of course Glen's Retro Show Game Gurus as well. Do also check down at my links below. They have a lot of other people who I'm friends with that have their own YouTube channel or Facebook group or something along the lines you guys might like. They're all a good bunch of guys, so I do hope you check out the people in the links down below. And keep an eye out in 2019. We'll have some new stuff coming out. A lot of new consoles coming out, and I thank you guys for watching. If we do, please like, share, subscribe. Links down below again to my friends in the community. And remember, more so than anything, enjoy what you're doing and game on.
Glen at the Tiny Arcade fan page. Remember, don't admire people too much. They'll disappoint you.
Sit, Blue Blue, sit. Good dog.